from a bottle to slops. Skim milk, potato skin.
You know, it's funny, I had a thought, I was musing about, I wanted to direct the story. I wanted to share this story with this generation of kids, because I had directed it maybe more than 10 years ago. And I thought, no, there's a whole new group of kids that need to discover this story. And I was thinking about Fern and how she visits these animals at the barn, and they talk to her. And I thought, that's such a wonderful fantasy. And what if we expanded the fantasy to include the fact that the rural community loves going to the county fair? That's a big, big high point in their life each year. So I thought, well, why wouldn't she imagine them to also be like midway characters, you know, characters from the circus, you know, that kind of festive, you know, just punch that festive element up a bit. So it's really kind of seen through Fern's imagination that these animals are also circus performers.
I've never designed costumes for circus before, so there was a lot that I had to learn about what is possible. What does the performer need to do their tricks, and what do I need as a designer to express my vision, and how do we blend that? So there were some things that I had to compromise on. I wanted a tutu for Charlotte, but she can't do the silks in a tutu. So she ended up in something else. She mostly lives up at the top of the set, so she needed something that would stand out in the background like that. Right. And it is called Charlotte's Web, so she has to be the most spectacular. One of the things I learned last year when I did Hairspray the musical was, if it can be sparkly, make it sparkly. So this is sparkly.
My name is Charlotte.
Charlotte what?
Charlotte A. Cavatica. I'm a spider.
It's Charlotte. I didn't realize how important she was to people as an entity in this book, not just necessarily in the play, but how many people really love the story of Charlotte's Web. And when I think of Charlotte's Web, I mean, I don't automatically go to Charlotte. I mean, the title says Charlotte's Web, but it's really about this pig. It's about vulnerability. It's about loyalty out of an intuitive spirit, and that comes from Charlotte and from Wilbur. So it means a lot. Charlotte is that person that we all kind of strive to be, just loving with no real want of anything, you know, outside of it, just to give and to be helpful and to be loyal and to be endearing and caring, because you should be. You know, right. So it's valuable to me as an actor to give those things away through the people that I portray.
Were you serious when you promised you would keep them from killing me?
I've never been more serious in my life.
When I started re-looking at the book again in preparation for the script, I was reminded just how much it really did shape my ideas on really profound things like life, death, and friendship.
What to do.
And these are ideas that I still carry with me from my first encounter with the book. And I think that's why. I mean, E.B. White didn't shy away from very serious themes, and I think he talked about them in such an honest, truthful way that it resonates with all ages.
They call me Wilbur.
Well, nobody asked you.
Who was that?
Templeton the Rat. In person.
I really think about my audience as all audience, cross-generational. But in doing so, I have to keep a close eye to who the youngest person is who's watching it, so that I'm trying to see it from their perspective, as well as from the older perspective. So you're sort of always looking at it in a couple of different ways to see if you think that they'll be engaged and included, really, no matter what age they are.
We want you to get the wonderment in the experience of the play. The wonderment is imperative. You have to fall in love with Wilbur, and you have to root for Charlotte. You have to root for the goose and the gander. You're going to, question the next time you stamp on a spider or any kind of insect. You're going to, incorporate that into your day-to-day.
No time right now. We gotta catch that pig.
Go to sleep, Wilbur. Go to sleep, little
little pig.